Hello, This is England review. This film was made in 2006 by Shane Meadows and tells the story about a little child called Sean. One day after school, Sean is very sad because of the other people's bad talking about his dad, which really upsets him. Sean doesn't have any friends to turn to, not even his mother. But luckily he meets a group of happy young adults at the end of the tunnel on their way home. They don't mind spending their time with him. Suddenly life is great. Sean has become a member of the group and they have fun together. The main characters in the group are called Woody and Milky. Sean is invited to all of their parties and all of their events. Suddenly he finds himself wearing Dr. Martens shoes. He is now become a member, a skinhead. But he wasn't an ordinary skinhead. You see, this group wasn't racist. For an example, Milky in their group, he was black, and they didn't mind. All they cared about was to be proud, have fun, and don't care about the society. Which was basically what skinheads did. At least most of them. Sean is having a great time in the group, and he is becoming fond of a girl called Smell. But one day everything stops. Yes, they sit in a house having a party, a birthday party for one of the girls, when suddenly a guy comes with a knife into the house. He doesn't want to do anything but scare them, and they found out that it's one of their mates called Combo. Combo isn't like the others. The moment he comes into the room, he starts acting like a leader. But he isn't really like Woody, the leader from the original group. Combo is violent. He still have the same values, the being proud and fond of your own nation. But he starts using group pressure to force the other in the group to go on his side instead of Woody's. Just like the other skinheads, Combo loves England, but he doesn't like the fact that England is getting invaded by black people, as he said. In the group there's a guy called Milky, and he is Jamaican. At some point he's asked by Combo whether he feels English or Jamaican. Of course the answer is English. Sooner or later they have all abandoned Woody and entered Combo's group in their fight for Britishness. Of course I understand Shaw. He is desperate. He has lost his father and he's very young and therefore can't think of the consequences. Combo's group and Sean go inside a shop owned by a Pakistani guy and they rob everything. All booze, cigarettes, etc. In the end of the movie, they have a party for themselves, Combo, Sean and Milky. And they end up talking about Milky and his family. He is Jamaican and his family is Jamaican, therefore he has a pretty huge family. And Combo suddenly becomes very jealous while he is high on weed. Combo attacks Milky while he is in bed. Milky doesn't do anything to counter it. He just lies there while Combo is hitting him in the face very hard with all of his powers. And suddenly there is blood everywhere. Of course Sean tries to stop him, but what can an 11-year-old child do against an angry grown-up? Skinhead were a counterattack to the government back then. In this time they had Margaret Thatcher as Prime Minister in the UK, and she was the leader of the Conservative Party. 1 year before this film, there was the Falkland War, where Sean's father was dead. This meant a lot to the English Empire. This was the only war since the World War II, and therefore they felt powerless. Suddenly they end up winning a war. It only lasted a few months, but it was still a war, and they proved they still had power. That was very important for them. this was the reason Margaret Thatcher was re-elected as Prime Minister. Margaret Thatcher, also called the Iron Lady, was a very tough woman. She was also the one causing the miners' strike in England at the same time as the skinheads. And just like the miners, the skinheads was trying to go against Margaret Thatcher, the Iron Lady. Alright, to summarize this, and if I wanted to rate this film, I would give it 5 out of 5 stars. Normally I don't like films we see in the school, but this was actually really interesting. I didn't know a lot about the skinheads or many English subcultures, and it was very interesting because we also had a little about politics and the Falkland War, which I didn't know anything about either. Besides that, it was an amazing film with great action and great characters played well. And this story told us a lot about England back then, which continues our Britishness subject. And that's all, thanks.